What's up, know-it-alls, and welcome, Dolphins. A huge shout out to my guy, Dougliedowrong. Thank you very much. Had a great time with the collab. That guy is an awesome dude. His link will be down in the description for all of you guys, so you definitely go check him out. Subscribe to him. He's got some great content. Definitely looking forward to doing future videos with you, my guy. And hey, TD Talks, let's get it. Let's get a collab going. And any of the other Dolphin YouTubers, let's get it going. All right. So enjoy the video, part 2 to our discussion Joey and I had with Dougliedowrong. Enjoy, guys. Roll the clip.
2016, when we got Adam Gase, I was pumped because he got called the quarterback whisperer, but you just saw it. We went 1-4, and then we won 7 straight because he started to say, okay, this is what Tannehill can do. I'm going to have him roll out more. I'm going to do this and that because he knows what Tannehill can do. Tannehill can sit in that pocket, but sometimes, and I even noticed it against the Jets, he still stares down his receivers, which he kind of needs to get away from that. But he's getting better. He's getting better, and the biggest knock that we had on him, especially when we had Mike Wallace, was his deep ball. And, he missed Albert Wilson, which was the kill shot.
I still don't think he has the deep ball. I think every once in a while he hits it, but I don't think he has a consistent, accurate deep throw.
Yeah.
He has a great arm. He has a super strong. You see him on the opposite hash, and he throws a down and out on the sideline on a rope. That guy has a bullet for an arm, but deep throw accuracy, no. And staring down receivers, my girlfriend even noticed that. We're sitting there in the bar, and we're watching the Dolphins game. She's like, he just stares at the same guy every single play. And I'm like, I know. He doesn't go through his progressions. He doesn't read, and he just he goes to his first option. He stares. It's either it's not there, he'll escape, throw it away, or he's going to take the sack, or he's going to go run for it.
Yeah, or he throws that check down, which is always his baby. Check down.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of check downs in my days about,
That's my biggest pet peeve with the Dolphins. We're in like a 3rd and 8, a 3rd and 9, and we throw a 4-yard pass. And I'm just I'm so over these dink and dunks. Like, if it's a 3rd and 8, throw 8 yards. Like, we run these stick routes. I swear, our receivers, we run a stick route, but it's like 2 yards shallow. And it's like, do 2 extra yards and then come back, and then you're gonna get the first down. It's
I don't mind when they run those plays on 1st or 2nd down because the type of receivers we have,
of course,
they will get the extra 3-4 yards. So if it's 1st and 10 and you throw a bubble, we're gonna get 5. So it's a 5-yard run. That doesn't bother me. And look at the first touchdown we got in preseason. It was a 4-yard pass to Danny Amendola that ran for 15 to get the touchdown. We have the receivers for that, but like you said, come on, if it's 3rd and 8, have the tight end run and a 9-yard out route and then throw it to him.
You don't even have to be football savvy for that. That's just an 8-year-old can see. Oh, throw it past the yellow line and we'll get a first down. I mean, that's not
exactly. Yeah,
it's pretty simple. All right, that's my top 5. You guys got anything to add that you think that I missed out
on? Get off the field. So this play insides with 3rd downs, but on the flip, get off the field. Mm-hmm. Don't let them convert 3rd downs. Don't let them tire this defense out. And you got to get to Carr. But it's hard to say that because after the week 1, a lot of people were like, what happened to our pass rush? We have no pass rush. But what the Titans were doing, and I noticed that Derek Carr does it a lot.
Oh, we do that all the time.
Quick 3-step drops. So you do a quick 3-step drop, get the ball out, and also the Titans had their tight ends and running backs staying at the block. So you got to get to the quarterback and also get off the field on 3rd downs. But with the Raiders, I'm not worried about it. I like the fact that John Gruden is now
coach
head, and he's just we need a win. So I think he's going to start doing some crazy stuff. And I think it's going to backfire.
Yeah, well, we got the guys to hawk it down too.
Right.
Come try that down in Miami. We'll pick that off.
I would love to go into the 4th quarter and just relax.
Oh, when's the last time the Dolphins had a game where we rested our starters?
2016. I think it honestly was 2016.
Yeah,
really?
When we clinched the playoffs against the Bills, we did it the following week. But it's I think not last year, but I think the last time before that we played the Raiders, it was like we were winning like 32 something to like 6 at halftime. And I was able to like relax for the rest of the game. Like,
just like Rodgers.
Right?
Yeah.
Like last week we were up 20-0 and I'm like, oh, this feels good. And then all of a sudden, like, what is going on?
Oh my gosh, I know.
Like, play football. The game's not over. So I would like to go into the fourth quarter being up by 3 touchdowns and being able to just be like, all right, we got this.
Honestly, I'm with you, but I would take a win. Even if we have to score last second field goal, all I want is a win. I want that 3-0. I want that 3-0.
3-0. That's what I want. Do you want to see something funny? Check this out. Hey Siri, who's the best football team right now?
The Miami Dolphins.
Alabama appear to be.
Oh no, we're caught.
You gotta say NFL.
Siri, you betrayed us.
I had that in one of my videos as the intro.
Yeah, the Dolphins have the #1 seed right now, which 3-0. I would absolutely love it.
Yeah,
we've done it before. The Dolphins have been 3-0 before, so I just want to go into New England 3-0 and then beat their ass.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at your guys' schedule, like, you guys don't have the toughest schedule. Like, you guys are going up against the Bengals. You guys are going up against the Lions, the Bears, the Texans, your next couple of games. I mean, like, you guys could, like, make some noise, I feel like. A 10-win season is not out of the question.
I want to stay realistic. I want to stay grounded. I don't want to buy into the hype. I don't want everyone to tell us how good we are. I want people to not talk about us. Keep doubting us. Keep that edge, because it's important. It's a thing. Like, I'm telling you, when you start getting expectations and people start telling you how good you are, things change. Like, it's not the same when you're the guy trying to make it.
Yeah. Well, did you see what Steve Smith Jr. said? He said this 2-0 means nothing. Like, look who we played. We're nothing. You know. Which fine. Yeah. Keep doubting us, because if we can beat the Raiders, and then if we can go into Foxborough and beat the Patriots, because like the Patriots, I'm so happy we're playing the Patriots home later on in the season. We don't have to deal with the cold that much, and even the Vikings, it's a dome team. But later on in the season, it's gonna get hard. We're playing the Jaguars, the Vikings. You know, it's with the Packers in Lambeau. Like, and I know that the Bears are the Bears. You know, now that they have Khalil Mack, I was more comfortable before they got Mac, you know?
Yeah, for sure. But I think the Bears' offense is not that intimidating. No. I think you guys got what
Trubisky is a very mediocre quarterback. He doesn't worry me at all.
If we go into Foxborough and we beat New England and we're 4-0, everything's gonna get lit up. Yeah. People are gonna be like, "Oh, who is this Dolphin team for real?" All the sports talk shows the next day are just all gonna be about the Dolphins.
But I love what Adam Gase is doing too, because after we beat the Jets, Adam Gase was like, we're on to the Raiders, and then even the players were like, we got a lot to improve on, because last year when they started asking the Dolphins, what do you think? Well, our receivers are good and our tight ends are good, or our offensive, we're good. No, we're good. Now they're like, we got a lot to do. We're not, we're 2-0 on to the next week. Don't even worry about it. Like, Adam Gase is not even letting his players celebrate, which is good.
I know, I love that. Yeah. I'm all for
Expect to win every game. Don't be surprised.
Yeah.
We did what we intended to do. Let's go on to the next one and do it again.
Because to me, my mentality right now is like, coming into the season, if they went 6-10 again, I was fine. Yeah. I prefer to be surprised than let down, because being let down hurts way more than being surprised is freaking awesome.
It's all about expectations. If you go into anything expecting something, you get let down. If you go in with low expectations, and even if they're mediocre, you're like, oh heck yeah, I got more out of it than I thought.
Right. The Dolphins play up to their competition. They also play down to their competition.
Oh, for sure. Every Dolphins fan knows
change that mentality now. Whip the Raiders and then go beat the Patriots, and then show us fan base that you're not the same Dolphins. And God, I would love it. But like, there's not, like, when the season started, there was a few games that I was like, all right, December 2nd against Buffalo, I'm still terrified of that game. I don't care how bad they are,
At Buffalo, I was afraid for at New York, because at New York, at Buffalo, at Patriot, we always lose those games. I mean, let's say what it is. Even when the Jets are terrible and Buffalo's terrible, it's always a last-second field goal. It's always super close.
Yeah.
But what would you say is your biggest impact player? Someone that surprised you coming out this season that you didn't expect anything of, and now you're like, oh.
Well, last week it was Matt Hawk, the punter. I
shouted him out in my last video.
Last year he sucked. He would kick the ball like 30 yards max, and then last week he was pinning them in the 15,
every punt
6 times. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? Like, holy shit! But if we're talking full season,
it's only been 2, but the whole season.
My most surprising, Jakeem Grant probably. He has stepped up big time, like catching the ball, being aggressive, not complaining. Like, he is the epitome of what Adam Gase wanted culture-wise with this team, and the epitome of why he traded Jay Ajayi, because Jakeem Grant wasn't getting any touches, wasn't getting any snaps, was just on special teams, and he never complained. And then he just got better, and now all of a sudden there's schemes designated for Jakeem Grant, whereas Jarvis Landry and Jay Ajayi, a lot of this, and then Adam Gase was like, get him out of here. I'm tired of the chirping. Go. And honestly, the last 2 weeks, I was like, who's Jarvis Landry? We have Albert Wilson.
That's a great point with Grant, because I was actually talking to my dad earlier about this today. Grant, was he a 7th-round pick, or was he an undrafted guy? Because he was late 6. Or he was undrafted?
Yeah, he was late. He was late.
Okay.
I think he was 6.
Okay.
He was on NFL Network's undrafted, but he wasn't undrafted.
Okay, so when we got him coming out of college, he was a return specialist in college. The thing on him is he didn't know how to run routes. His routes were terrible, and he couldn't catch the ball. So he had nothing going for him except he was super twitchy, very fast return guy. And like what you said, a culture guy, the guy that Gase wants. Instead of chirping, saying, why am I not getting playing time? Why am I not getting play? He worked on his craft. He's been on 4 years now. We've had him.
Yeah,
three or 4 years. 3 or 4 years he's been on the team, and he's been working. Now he's running good routes. He's catching balls. He's getting out there on the offense. Instead of whining and complaining, he takes it upon himself, and he gets out there, and he delivers on Sunday. So, I mean, this guy, he's doing great, and I'm super stoked for him. Just from where he came to what he is now, it's kind of like inspiring to watch that.
Yeah, Albert Wilson, Adam Gase got players with a chip on their shoulder. He got Albert Wilson from the Chiefs, who weren't using him because they had, McLean, and they had Hill, and they, so they weren't using him, and they weren't using him properly. So Adam Gase is like, come to us, and he starts picking, even with the draft picks, Gesicki, you can't block. All right, well, we'll take him. And now he's actually the touchdown run with the Jets, block that he got in the end zone. Like, you have a chip on your shoulder, Adam Gase wants you, and you're going to fight hard for us, and we're going to win. And that's the team that we have now, and I'm stoked. I'm super stoked. At first, I thought the culture change was just talk, like every
BS,
does. Every franchise says it.
Now seeing Ndamukong Suh chirping on Instagram, and then Jarvis Landry on the offseason lying, saying Tannehill didn't work out with him, and like Mike Pouncey.
Yeah, what was that? Stuff. He was like, I never got along with Tannehill. Like, why do you gotta say that? If you didn't, that's fine. Just don't say
anything. Move on already. Yeah,
because he's hurt because he got sent to Cleveland to die. Like, it's just they won. Yes,
dude, that's their Super Bowl. Okay, they won a game.
They had a parade for winning one game in 3 years. Like, congratulations, take it.
We did it too when Greg Camarillo hit that.
Yeah, but that was only one game
against the Ravens.
14
Jason
games.
Taylor started crying. Our owner was just like, ah!
He's like, I'm selling the team.
Yeah.
Supposedly, Stephen Ross is mad at the Ravens head coach Billick because before we beat the Ravens, the price for the Dolphins was lower. And then once the Dolphins won that game and went 1-15, the price raised because of that one win. So Stephen Ross is actually kind of mad at Billick, which is hilarious.
Oh my god. So I'm going to go on the other side of the ball with because the original question was an impact player. That's someone that kind of shocked you. To me, Jordan Phillips is getting no credit for anything. And say what you want, his first couple seasons were subpar. People were calling him out, saying he was a bust. He was a highly touted guy. We got him in the second round out of Oklahoma, and he's a big dude. He's like 6'4", like 325, and he is like freakish athlete as far as in terms of his size. And that guy's been plugging up the middle. He's been making plays. He's been making sacks, tackles for loss. He's been playing like a monster. And Spence with 93 every time I see him, I'm like, oh, we got Sue back.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, he's making plays too. But yeah, my biggest surprise so far is in Jordan Phillips. I think he's not getting enough credit for what he's doing in the interior line because that that 3 gap, or that 3 technique on defense, that's a huge position that is not really talked about a lot, but it's a very important position on the defense.
Yeah, that whole before the season started, it was my biggest thing that I was worried about was the defensive tackles and the linebackers, and they're stepping up. They're surprising the hell out of me. They're probably one of the best squads on our team right now is these defensive tackles. So yeah. Wholeheartedly agree.
Yep. All right, that's all I got.
Well, I don't have any impact players. I don't know you guys that well. Shout out to Kiko Alonso. I just like his name, you know.
Dude, Frank Gore, a hometown guy. Like, I'm from South Florida. He went to Coral Gables High School, and then he went to UM, and obviously San Francisco and the Colts, and now he's back in Miami. Friggin' 4th all time. The guy's never talked about. I mean, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer for sure, but no one, if you talk about your top 10 running backs of all time, who's saying Frank Gore? So we got to give him a little shout out, a little praise.
Yeah, he said too that like at the end of the year, if they still want him, he'll play another year.
Really?
I mean, he looks great. He looks like he can do it. When I first heard that he was coming back, I thought it was like a charity thing. His son plays at American Heritage Plantation right down the road from me. So everyone's like, oh, he's coming back to watch his son play high school ball. And it was not, I understood. But then Gase was very adamant, and so was Gore. He's like, this is not like a retirement go off to the sunset. I'm here to play some football. And the first 2 weeks, he's balling. He's playing great.
Yeah. It's like 15 yards every time he touches it.
Yeah. He looks way better than he looked in Indy. He started looking like he was slow, and now he's like, he looks a little thinner, and he's fast.
I love how Kenyon Drake and Frank Gore just like work off each other.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Kenyon Drake, I love the thing he does that like when he gets the ball behind the line of scrimmage, if there's a DT in his face, he spins right off of him.
Oh yeah,
it's like another 4 year. I love that. Whereas Frank Gore, he finds holes. If there's not a hole, he somehow finds it and then just bursts through it for 5-6 yards, and it's just. I can't wait, and then I can't wait for Bellage to eventually come into the picture. It's just, our team's just going to get better with time, I'm telling you.
Bellage, I went to both preseason games down here, and that guy, unless you haven't seen, no one's really seen him, that guy looked so athletic. He hurdled someone, he fumbled it on the play.
Killed me.
Who did we play that game?
The Bucks, I think.
I think it was the Bucks, yeah. And he hurdled this dude, and he fumbled it, whatever, but like, I was like, who is Bellage? He was getting all the carries. He's strong. He's physical. He's fast. Like, that guy has a future in this league for sure. He looked different. He looked like an athlete out there.
Yeah, in the open field, he's really great. His biggest knock when he was drafted was he had a hard time. Essentially, he was the opposite of Frank Gore. He had a hard time hitting the gap and stuff. But that could be taught. That's not something that...
Who better to teach than Frank Gore?
Exactly.
And I know he had fumbling issues in college, Bellage.
Because he wants to do too much, but hey,
he's the type of guy that every time he touches the ball, he's trying to score.
Exactly.
He's not trying to just get like 15, 10, 5 yards. He's like, where's the end zone?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Anything you got, Joe?
Nothing. Listen, now that my Giants are just terrible, worse than I thought they were going to be, I'm fully on the Miami Dolphins bandwagon. Here's some room for me, fellas. We're gonna we're gonna beat the Raiders. Then we can go to Foxborough, beat those Pats, and we're just gonna take over the AFC. I'm ready. Go Dolphins!
All right.
Funny, I live in Giants area. I'm like literally 20 minutes away from the stadium, and I like the past 2 weeks have been picking against the Giants, and I could feel like just like the anger coming from all these Giant fans.
It is. It is just emanating off of every single one of us. Because not only did we think that, like, okay, this year we might be good because we spent a little bit more money on the offensive line, but it is still terrible. And not only is the offensive line terrible, but Eli is just incapable of just throwing the ball downfield now. He is just captain check down.
They shouldn't have drafted Saquon Barkley. I'm telling you, they shouldn't have drafted him.
Darnold's going to be the guy. Darnold's going to be the best quarterback out of that class.
Yeah.
Listen, don't get me started on this.
Hey, we'll make a video of that, Joe. We'll make a
video about it, whatever, but it is what it is. I mean, just...
I'm telling you, you should make a video on it. Why the Giants should have drafted Saquon.
You
get a lot of views.
All right then, Dave. Is that it for us and Mr. Dougliedowrong today?
Yes, sir.